right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, let's begin by giving all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth from. Shalom, and our sincere Akim, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the very few Akwaf that listen and tune in as well. And the Wadi Yahweh Shimon Shai, for giving me the spirit to come out here to the highways and byways and do your work. And, in this camp lesson, we're just going to go into, giving the warning. Those who have been blessed with this word, to understand this word, to be able to teach this word, you have been given a great task from Yahweh Shimon Shai, man. All right, the Lord has given you the spirit to understand the scriptures, to go out and warn his people, to go out and teach his word, man. Just something I was thinking about, first and foremost, geared to myself as well, man. All right, staying consistent with doing this work, staying consistent with warning, warning the sheep, because the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they don't understand what's happening. They don't understand what's getting ready to take place on this planet Earth. And Yahweh Shemal Shai has given certain men, all right, the understanding to properly warn the sheep. And if you're not doing that, then the Lord is gonna hold you accountable, man. He's gonna hold you accountable for not warning the sheep, all right? Not being a profitable, a good servant. The Lord has called us to serve him, all right? And being a servant of Yahweh Shemal Shai, you have to warn the sheep, all right? You have to warn his people, all right? So that when judgment comes, his people, all right, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans aren't able to make any excuses when he brings forth his judgment, all right? But if you don't warn, then that blood is going to be upon your own hands. All right, the Lord is going to require that blood at your hands for not warning his sheep. Because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is getting ready to he's getting ready to lock America down. All right, he's getting ready to bring forth his sword, which is his blessing, to try to exterminate the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. He's getting ready to try to set up his new world order. All right, with a certain amount of people as slaves underneath him. All right, and those who have been given this knowledge, you have to warn the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans of that impending danger, man. All right, let's go ahead and start in Ezekiel 3:17, and it reads, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me." All right, so Yahweh Shemal Shai has made, all right, certain men a watchman into the nation of Israel, all right, which was consist of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. The Lord has made he has made certain men watchmen, all right. And how can you be watching if you're sitting in your house? How can you be watching if you're sitting behind a keyboard? All right, the Lord gave you this word. The Lord gave you this knowledge. All right, you have to go out to the highways and the hedges, wherever that may be. All right, chiefly the chief places of concourse, to teach this word, man. All right, to warn the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that destruction is coming. All right, the sword is coming. Their main chief enemy, Esau, Edom, is coming. The so-called white man and these heathen nations. All right, the UN, the Gurga troops are coming. That's what you should be warning the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans about, which you don't see a lot of so-called leaders do that. All right, Salakia. All right, you don't see a lot of leaders doing that, man. And if you're a leader, then you have, if you call yourself a leader, then you have people that you're overseeing. You know, you have sheep that you're leading, and if you're not properly giving them the warning of what's to come, all right, that the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, which is the chip, is right around the corner, then how are they supposed to, how are they supposed to know what and what not to do, all right, what and what not to take, if you're not continually warning the sheep, because amongst the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you have a short attention span. You forget very easily. That's why the Lord said, continue, to warn, man. Because the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are very hard-headed. They don't listen. So what do you do to someone who's hard-headed, who doesn't listen? You have to constantly tell them over and over, just like a child, man. We are the children of Yahweh Shemashai. So if you have children, you have to constantly tell them over and over again, or they're going to forget. All right, and it's the same thing with doing this work, constantly warning the sheep, constantly giving the sheep updates on what's happening in the world. All right, and filtering it through the scriptures, man. All right, from there, we'll go ahead and grab Ezekiel 33 and 2. We'll start at verse 1, and it reads, "Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people." All right, you got to speak to the children of thy people. And who's that? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I didn't say speak to everyone. Like you so-called Christians. You so-called Christians. All right, the Lord loves everyone. The Lord speaking to everyone. No, Yahweh Shemashai is only speaking to His people. All right, the people that He loves, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, the Israelites. All right, He's not speaking to you heathen. He isn't giving any warning to you heathen, man, because you're the ones that are bringing, all right, these calamities and all these different things that are taking place on this earth. It's you heathen behind it. All right, you top heathen, starting with Esau, Edom. "Speak unto the children of thy people, and say to them, when I bring the sword upon the land," all right, Yahweh Shemashai is getting ready to bring a sword upon the land. That's why we have to constantly warn the sheep, so that the sheep don't get caught off guard, so that the sheep don't go astray. You claim to be a man of the Lord, or a teacher, or a prophet. A prophet's going to warn. A prophet is going to lead, the sheep the right way. All right, a true prophet of Yahweh Shemashai, because you have a lot of false prophets that have gone out into the world. And they're not warning. They're not they're not constantly warning their sheep. So those leaders, the Lord, hey, if they know that they're Israelites, the Lord is going to require that blood. The Lord is going to hold them accountable, all right? And you don't want to be held accountable by Yahweh Shemashai, because that's not going to end well. "And said to them, when I bring a sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman," all right, there goes that word watchman again. The Lord has made certain men watchmen. And what does a watchman do? He watches out for danger, man. And great danger is coming to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, you Israelites, which is known in the scriptures, which is known as Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is going to be very horrific, all right? And that's what we're warning you of. And that's what we're going to continue to warn these different pestilence and plagues and different things that are happening. It's all supposed to be filtered through the scriptures, all right? And the watchmen are supposed to give the warning. Hey, look, your enemy is coming, all right? Esau, Edom is coming with the sword, all right? With all this different technology, he has dogs with guns on top of them, all right? Drones with guns, all right? High heavy artillery on top of them, all right? He has laser beams that can shoot to the planet Earth. So, hey, this devil, all right, your number one enemy, Esau, Edom, is coming with the sword, man. You don't see a lot of groups who claim to be Israelites telling their followers, which will be their sheep, that this man is coming. All right, that these things are getting ready to take place. You see, they're too busy partying. They're too busy doing rap shows, doing rap videos. Being in that spirit of mirth. And it's going to be a lot of people that are going to get caught off guard being in that spirit of mirth, being in that spirit of pride, thinking that, all right, nothing is getting ready to happen. Thinking you 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans thinking that Esau, Edom, and the rest of the heathens are your friends, man. All right, because this isn't a color thing. This isn't a so-called black or white thing, man. This is a righteous thing versus a wicked thing, all right? The wicked seed versus the righteous seed, man, all right? And the righteous seed is going to come out on top, all right? Of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? The house of David, man. Verse 3. And when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. All right, and that's what we're constantly supposed to do. Blow this trumpet, man. And what's the trumpet? The Holy Scriptures. This sounds the alarm to let you know what's about to happen, which is called prophecy. A lot of groups don't go into prophecy. All right, the prophecies that are unfolding now. You have Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, pushing his RFID technology on mainstream media, and you still don't see a lot of groups going into that, talking about it, being consistent about it. All right, look, this man, all right, your enemy Esau, Edom, is preparing to CHIP people. He's getting ready to come with his so-called New World Order. He's getting ready to try to eliminate you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, he's surrounding all your major cities. He's passing laws to be able to come into your house, all right, without a warrant, without any permission, and drag you out of there and drag you to a FEMA camp, man. All right, because that's what's coming, man. All these different bills and legislation that has been passed in the last 2 years is all geared towards you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? And it ain't geared towards you for your betterment. It's geared towards your destruction, man. Verse 4. That whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. All right, so the blood is going to be upon you if you don't take heed to these warnings. But at least if the Lord has given you this knowledge, this wisdom and understanding to teach, you have to do it. All right, so that the blood will be upon their own heads, all right, and not be upon your hands. Verse 5, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. All right, so you take warning, you take heed to these warnings. You get yourself right with Yahweh Shem Shai to the best of your ability. all right, you start living after the ways of the Lord, you're gonna deliver your soul, man. You know, hey, you're gonna want that deliverance in these last days, because you just had, the elder. He did a video going into 2023 being a year of hell. All right, so the Lord put that on the Apostle Spirit to deem 2023 the year of hell, man, which I truly believe, because 2022 is not short of that title. So just imagine in the year of 2023, all right, Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna really turn up the heat. All right, he gonna really bring the heat, man. Really have these prophecies unfolding. Really bringing a more and more judgment. You see? Verse 6, but if the watchmen see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, all right, and that's the main reason of sounding the alarm. Bringing out the prophecies, bringing out the scriptures, so that the people be warned. All right? To warn the people. That's what Yahweh Shema Shai has set up certain men throughout this planet Earth to do, to warn his people. All right, to tell them that danger is coming. If the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hands. All right? So that person's going to be taken in their iniquity, but Yahweh Shema Shai is still going to require the blood at the watchman's hands, at the person that was given his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but he did nothing with it. The Lord gave you certain talents and attributes to go forth and teach his word, and you didn't do that. Hey, it was a lesson, I forgot. I seen it a few years back, but it was a lesson put up by one of the brothers going into something similar to what I'm going into. All right, and that lesson made me, all right, get up off my ass and go out and start to do the work. All right, start to put up shows and lessons throughout the week. That put fear within my heart, knowing that, hey, I had the ability to break down the scriptures. I knew and understand, all right, the prophecies. I'm not the most eloquent teacher. I'm not the best with words, but I knew how to speak well. All right, well, the Lord gave me those talents to go out and do his work, man. All right, so the Lord, if the Lord has given you the gifts, and certain talents to break down the scriptures, you got to go out and teach, man. You can't just sit back with all this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and keep it into yourself. All right, hey, that's very selfish. That's very selfish, man. Verse 7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. All right. So we have to give the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans warnings from Yahweh Shema Shai, because this isn't of us, man. All right, the Lord is just using us as vessels, as tools to do his work. All right, this is why we can't be puffed up or be proud thinking that we're something when we're not, man. We're disposable. The Lord can throw us away at any given time, man. That's why we got to remain humble, because this thing isn't about us. All right, this truth isn't about getting some sort of fame on this side. This truth isn't about, all right, Isaiah 4:1 coming in this thing to get women, man. All right, we have to do the work to deliver our own selves, man. Verse 8, when I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way. And this is not speaking about Esau, Edom. The wicked, this is speaking about the wicked of our people. That wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. All right? saying the same. It's saying the same thing. Because, why? Because we have to constantly warn. We have to constantly be on our watch, man. You know, you can't give up. You can't give up on this truth. You can't put down the plow and stop warning the people, man. The Lord is going to destroy you for that. The Lord is going to hold you accountable, man. He's going to destroy you. He's going to destroy everything, all right, you love, man. He's going to destroy your household. So by you doing this work, you're saving yourself and possibly your house, all right, possibly your children, possibly your woman. All right, that's the importance of warning the sheep. Verse 9, nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. All right, which was what I was saying. All right, you warning the people, you warning the sheep, you can deliver your soul, you can deliver your household. All right, if the Lord has them slotted for a deliverance. So this work isn't a light work. This work is very heavy. It's very important to do your shows. It's very important to go out to the highways and the byways and warn the people. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are in utter darkness underneath Esau Edom. They don't know their left from their right hand. All right, they truly don't know, because when you talk to a Negro, Latino, Native American that isn't in this truth, all right, what are they talking about, man? All right, the game, the fight, chasing women, who's doing what, the hood, you know, Jay-Z, Kanye, Drake. All right, meanwhile, their enemy is literally about to besiege them, man. So you have to go out and warn. You have to go out and warn. All right. From there, we'll go ahead and grab Ezekiel 21. All right, Ezekiel 21:9, and it reads, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, they sword is sharpened and also furbished. All right, and who's that sword? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He is the sword of the Lord. So he has been furbishing, meaning what? Getting polishing, getting his sword perfected. While you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans have been asleep. All right, worried about, you know, who got what, who got this car, who did this. All right, worrying about chasing the bag. Meanwhile, your enemy, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has been perfecting his sword for this time that we're coming into now, which is known as Jacob's trouble, man. Or you think that, you know, he stopped hating you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans because he let you integrate into his society. All right, able to get jobs, which you're still slaves. All right, now you think this man is somehow your friend. You think this man has good intentions and plans for you. No, man, he's been in secret, as the scriptures say, in secret plotting your demise, in secret plotting to destroy you, man, to exterminate you. All right, to wipe you out, man. Verse 10, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contendeth the rod of my son as every tree. All right, so should we be in the spirit of mirth? while, all right, the sword is coming. All right, should we be in that party spirit? Should we be clubbing? Which, if you do those things in balance, all right, you aren't wicked. But should that be the spirit that you're in? Knowing, all right, what's about to go down. That's why it's important to constantly warn, because you got all right, the 2/3 and those of those that know that there's Israelites still know that still in that spirit of mirth, but they're not taking heed to the warnings, man. Verse 11, he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it unto the hand of the slayer. All right, Esau, Edom, the slayer, man. And the Lord is going to use his sword one last time before he discards his sword. He gets rid of his sword. He's going to use it. And that's why you have to constantly warn. All right, we'll go ahead to our next scripture. This will be Matthew 3:10. Salakia, bear with me. All right, that's not what I wanted to go to. Let's go ahead and go to our next scripture. We'll go to Romans 12:1. Salaki. All right, this is Romans 12:1, and it reads, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice. All right, we have to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, man, to go and warn the sheep. Because this is the sacrifice. Just like on the left hand side, you have to make a sacrifice. You have to make sacrifices to the spiritual demon Satan to level up in this world. Well, we have to sacrifice our bodies to Yahweh Shai to receive that crown. That goes into doing the work for Yahweh Shai. Holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So this is our reasonable service to go out and warn and continually warn. This is our true service to the Lord, man. By being His servant, and if the Lord has given you this knowledge, then He calls you to serve Him. And when you watch those old king movies, those war movies where you're like kings over different provinces and stuff, if they had a servant who didn't do their will, who didn't do their work, what happened to that servant? All right, they got destroyed, in some sort of way. All right, whether it was being hung or being having their head chopped off. All right, the Lord, hey, if you don't serve the Lord, man, the Lord is going to allow you the Lord is going to allow you to be taken in these last days, man. He's going to allow Esau, Edom to have his way with you, all right, your family, your wife, all right, and you don't want that. So it will be best to serve you how about Shema Shai. All right, from there, we'll go ahead and grab First Samuel. All right, First Samuel 15 and 22. And Samuel said, "Hath the Lord Yahweh as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, it is better to obey, Salakia, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams." All right, so it's better to obey, man. All right, and the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, has commanded us to go out and teach, to go out and warn, man. So doing that, obeying the voice of the Lord, you know, by continually warning, is better than sacrifice. Verse 23, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. All right, so rebellion, being rebellious, not warning, not continually warning and going out to the highways and byways, all right, doing your shows, all right, being slothful, being stubborn. Really, that's what it goes into. You know, that's really what it boils down to. All right, you have the spirit of being stubborn. You don't want to do what the Lord has called you to do. Well, that's as the sin as witchcraft. And the scriptures say, "Suffer not a witch to live." All right, the Lord is gonna put you to death, man. All right, if you don't want to serve Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord is going to put you to death. There is no other way around it, man. All right, let's go to 2 Timothy. All right, 4 and 2. All right, this is 2 Timothy 4 and 2, and it reads, "Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine." All right, so we have to preach the word, or constantly warn, instant in season and out. No matter what the season, Salaki, no matter what the season is, winter, summer, fall, spring, we still have to warn, because the prophecies are constantly moving. So we can't, take breaks. We can't, get in our feelings and stop doing the work. We can't get lazy. We can't get slothful. We can't get disobedient towards doing his work. Verse 3, "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust they shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears." All right, and that's what a lot of men do, because they don't want to do this work anymore. They don't want to, be instant in season, out of season, constantly warning. That's why they go to different teachers, different leaders, saying you don't have to do all that. You can just go out. All right, when it's nice out, when it's 75 degrees, breeze, then you can go out and teach the word. But when it's 100 plus, all right, it's snowing, we ain't, you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta, No, the scriptures say be instant in season and out. Constantly warning, man. All right, from there, Salaki. From there, let's go ahead and grab We'll go ahead and grab 1 Corinthians, all right, 1 and 21. All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 21. And it reads, "For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High." All right? So this world doesn't know Yahweh Hashem Shai. 2/3, they don't know Yahweh Hashem Shai. They don't know the Lord. That's why we have to go out and warn. That's why we got to go out and tell them about the Lord, man. Because they don't know and understand the ways of the Lord. You know, they don't know and understand the judgments of the Lord. They don't know that the Lord is the one that brings evil, man. That brings good and evil. All right, our people don't know that, so we have to warn them and tell them about Yahweh Shema Shai. Tell them about, all right, what the Lord is getting ready to do, because they don't know. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. All right, so this is very well pleasing unto the Lord, man. To go out and teach His word and preach. If He's giving you the knowledge and the wisdom to understand His word, all right, He's giving you the mysteries of the kingdom to go out and warn His people. By you doing this, you're pleasing the Lord. It is well pleasing that you preach His word, man. Even though it may seem foolish to the naked eye, all right, to the carnal, this is foolish, man. This is foolish to the 2/3. They don't see any profit by doing this. They think it's a waste. You know, they think it's a waste of time. But by doing this, all right, you're getting the blood off your hands. You're saving your soul. All right, you're doing a great service towards Yahweh Shema Shai. Verse 22, "For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom." All right, that's why the 2/3 aren't going to make it, because they require a sign. You know, us warning them and giving them, all right, the sense, giving them the prophecies is not enough. All right, from there, let's go ahead and grab. We'll go ahead and grab James 2 and 17. All right, because if you claim that you have faith in the Lord, you believe in the Lord, well, you're gonna have works to follow and back it. You know, and one of the works is warning the sheep. One of the works is preaching the word. All right, this is James 2 and verse 17, and it reads, "Even so faith, if it have not works, is dead being alone." All right, so if you have faith without works, it's dead. You know, because a man or a woman can say they have faith, but they don't got any works. See, a lot of guys come on the comment board voicing their opinion, you know, Hebrew names, long ass Hebrew names, but they have no works on their page. You know, but they have these names with faith in them. Faith this and faith restored, but then you go to their page and there's no works. How do you have faith in something if you don't have any works behind it? All right? And like I said, a part of the works is preaching, man. Is warning, all right, constantly warning the sheep. All right, with the measure and the spirit that Yahweh Shema Shai has given you, because not every brother can go out to the highways and byways 2-3 times a week and put up shows every day. All right, some brothers do all right, maybe 4 shows a week and go out to the highways and byways, all right, one time a week. All right, but you still have to be putting forth the effort. All right, you still got to be doing the work. If it have not works, is dead being alone. Verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. So that's how you show your faith towards Yahweh Shema Shai, is by your works. What you do for the Lord, man. All right, constantly warning the sheep. Especially, if you're able-bodied. You have no excuse on why not to have any works. If you're not in a wheelchair, you're able to walk. You have good health. You're still young. All right, no matter what age you are, you still should be putting forth the effort to do the work of the Lord. Verse 19, thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well, the devils also believe and tremble. All right, moving it off there. As far as that, let's go ahead and grab 2nd Ezra 9 and 7. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 9 and 7, and it reads, and every one that shall be saved, all right, and that's what we're hoping and fighting for, to be saved. How is Yahweh Shema Shai gonna save you if you don't do anything? You might as well go back to Christianity. That's what they push and believe. All right, that you just remain the same, come as you are. The Lord has saved. They already believe they're saved. The Lord has already saved us. We don't have to do anything. All we have to do is just go to church on Sunday. All right, eat pork chops and mashed potatoes. All right. And shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby you have believed. All right, so works and faith. You gotta be putting in the works to be saved, man. To get that protection during Jacob's trouble. All right, because 2/3 aren't going to have a hedge open, because they're not doing anything for Yahweh Shema Shai, so he doesn't need them. If you're not warning the sheep, you're not putting in the work, then why are you useful to Yahweh Shema Shai? Verse 8, and shall be preserved from the said perils. All right, and that's very important, man. By your works and your faith, you're gonna be able to escape the said perils. All right, 2023, the year of hell, man. You're gonna be able to escape that, Lord willing, if you're slotted to receive deliverance, man. But you still got to do the works, and you still got to have faith, man. Because with that, you still, all right, have a head start over these 2/3, man. These 2/3 ain't doing. 2/3 of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans aren't doing anything for the Lord. So what do you think the Lord's going to do to them? But at least if you're doing this work, warning the sheep, all right, you got a fighting chance, man, to get on one of those chariots to escape, the destruction that's to come, those nuclear missiles, Jacob's trouble, all right, the hell, the tribulation to come, man. even though we're going to be a part of it, all right, your works and your faith is going to be able to keep that hedge over you. And shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from the beginning. All right, the elect, man. All right, and the elect are going to have certain attributes. They're going to be warning the sheep constantly. They're going to be doing the work constantly. They're going to be being a faithful servant unto Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You know, that's what the elect are going to be doing. They're going to be making their bodies a living sacrifice for the Lord, because Yahweh Shai did the same thing for the elect. So the elect are going to return that favor, man, by doing this work. Verse 9, and then shall they be in pitiful case, which have now, Salaki, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. All right, so you cast away this word. All right, you went back into the world. You stopped doing the work. You stopped warning. You're gonna dwell in torments, man. All right, literally. And what's gonna be that ultimate torment? Those nuclear missiles. If you make it to that. But even before that, man, you're gonna be way more torments. All right, going into those FEMA camps, man. What do you think they're gonna be doing in there? All right, torturing people, tormenting people. You know. So hey, this work should be a very importance unto you, because you're gonna be able to escape the said perils. All right, by doing this work, man. The famine, all right. You don't want to starve to death. You know, people just think, oh yeah, you know, I ain't gonna have no food. I'm just gonna starve to death, or I'll just get shot in the head, man. You know, the Lord is gonna bring your worst fears upon you, man. All right, the Lord ain't gonna just take you out that easy. Verse 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, verse 11, and they that have loathed my law, while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. All right? So you don't want to put down the plow, start despising, all right, Yahweh Shema Shai, despising his word, not wanting the sheep anymore. All right, because that's gonna, like I said, that's gonna come with a cost, man. Verse 12, the same must know it after death by pain. All right, so it's gonna be death and destruction and pain coming to you if you fall out of this truth, man. All right, you put down the plow. Or we came way too far, you know, in this truth. So now give up, man. All right, you having guys, you know, get all emotional and butthurt and give up and fall out the truth. That can cost you your salvation, man. All right, nothing else on this earth is worth you being left down here to burn in that nuclear fire, man, or to go through these sad perils and evils. All right, and that includes putting down the plow and stop, you know, warning the sheep. All right, or not doing the work at all. You know, being a keyboard warrior like you see a lot of guys. You know, they ain't nothing but keyboard warriors, man. The Lord ain't looking for keyboard warriors. He's looking for actual warriors, man, that's going to stand up for him and go out and teach his word. All right, we'll go to John 21 and 15. All right, this is the book of John, chapter 21, and verse 15. And it reads, so when they had dined, Yahweh said unto Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? And he said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my lambs. All right, so if you claim you love Yahweh Shema Shai, you're going to feed the lambs, you're going to feed the sheep, you're going to warn them. All right, constantly. Verse 16, and he said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep. So he said it again, feed the sheep, if you love me. You know, every so-called Christians, right? A lot of people on this earth claim that they love the Lord, but they do absolutely nothing for him. You know, they're not being profitable servants. They're not doing his work. They're not doing his will. So how can you love something if you don't do what they say? It makes no sense. Verse 17, and he said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahweh said unto him, Feed my sheep. All right? So we got to continually warn and continually feed the sheep if we claim to love Yahweh Shema Shai, man. It's that simple. All right? And that'll be that on that. And then from there, we'll go ahead and grab Matthew 22 and 9. All right, this is Matthew 22 and 9, and it reads, Go ye therefore into the highways. All right, let's see, hold on. Yeah, we'll start at 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. All right, so if you have this knowledge, you know how to break down the scriptures. You are commanded to go to the highways. You know, you can't sit back, you know, for 2, 3 years, 4 years, and just, you know, watch and learn if you have been given the ability to break down the scriptures, man. All right, at some point you got to go out and feed the sheep. You got to go out and warn. All right, you got to start doing lessons. You got to start feeding the sheep, man. You know, you can't hold on. You can't hold on to this wisdom and just keep it for yourself. Verse 10, so the servants, all right, we are servants of the Lord, went on to the highways and gathered together as many as they find, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. All right, so we have to go out and bid, all right, to bid the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to the marriage of Yahweh Shema Shai. How do you do that? By warning, all right, by prophesying, going into the prophecies, and by teaching. All right, teaching our people who they are, why we went off, you know, why we are in the condition that we in as a people, why we're at the bottom, because our people, even though this truth is pretty much now mainstream and widespread, you still have, all right, Israelites who still need to be warned. You still have those that are coming in that are new. All right, and if you've been in this thing for 2, 3 years, you aren't new, man. All right, you should be doing the works. Because you're going to have a lot of people that come into this faith and this truth at the last minute. All right, 11th hour, you know, believers, man. So there's still work to be done. There's still warnings that need to go out. Verse 11, and when the king came in to see the guests, all right, nope, we'll end it off there. All right. And then through the Spirit, we'll end it off in Jeremiah 48 and 10. All right. This is Jeremiah 48:10, and it reads, "Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully." All right. You're going to be cursed by Yahweh Shema Shah if you're doing his work deceitfully. Man. You know, you holding back your sword from blood, from not getting your hands dirty, from not prophesying and going out and teaching. You know, that's being deceitful, man. Because you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know that you're supposed to be teaching. You know you have been given the ability to break down the scriptures. Are you able to post precepts on comment boards that go along with the lesson? Then you pretty much have the ability, all right, to go out and teach, man. And cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. All right? You're going to be cursed if you keep your sword. All right? The sword is the Bible, man. All right? The sword, this is our sword. Not any carnal weapon, man. All right? The sword is the Bible, the scriptures. You keep your sword back from blood. Hey, the Lord is going to require that blood at your hands, man. Meaning what? The Lord is going to destroy you. So you must continue to warn. We must continue to do the work, continue in this truth, and not put down the plow, man. All right, and with that, Lord willing, this has been edifying. All right, in moving and uplifting. And with that, we'll end it off by giving all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. Shalom, no sincere Akim, pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to the very few Akwaf that listen and tune in as well. Shalom.